Hi, and welcome to another episode of Bad Takeout. My name is Kevin Crowley, and with me...
My name is Jeremy Tommenberg. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Jeremy.
Are we going to do the whole show like robots?
Was that robotic of me?
It seemed a little... I don't know. I don't want to make fun of you.
I'm half in the bag. So.
What's half in the bag mean?
No, I had a beer and...
What's half in the bag?
You're kind of, like, buzzed a little bit. I don't want to be buzzed. But
I've never heard of half in the bag.
Well...
Welcome to Bad Takeout.
And that's maybe why I shouldn't intro the show from now on.
No, you do good.
I did do well. That was fucking smooth and sexy.
You are smooth.
And I'm Kevin Crowley.
And I'm Jeremy Tommenberg.
And
this is the Night Owl. What's going on? Go ahead. Do your thing. Get your stuff going. And listen to Bad Takeout. How was that?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out if we get hate mail.
Like, fuck you, that was the dumbest opening ever. You're so stupid.
Spray paint on your garage doors.
Good to see you, Kevin.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Welcome to the Geek Cave, home of Bad Takeout.
Yeah, we're here again. 25 episodes. This is the 25th.
25 is a big number.
It's a quarter of
But we
100.
celebrate too much. Like, oh my God, we've done 13. Oh my God, we've done 12.
Intern.
Like, it's enough.
Yeah, you're right. We're a little too attaboyish.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're doing it.
Let's not slap each other back as much. But yeah, it's another week. It's Monday. Here we are.
Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. Greatest show ever. I loved it.
Ricky Schroeder.
I loved Silver Spoons.
Another person who I've been mistaken for.
You know, I think we said this on the podcast. You look like Ricky Schroeder from a movie he did with Brad Pitt called Across the Tracks.
I've heard. You told me I'd never heard of the movie, nor would I have. But
Then did I show you a picture of him?
yeah.
Right? Am I right?
He was a handsome devil.
You look just like Ricky Schroeder from Across the Tracks. Look it up. 80s movie.
Silver Spoons. He had a train that went through his living room.
We may have had this conversation on a podcast before.
Okay.
But we've hung out so many times. It's starting to mesh the real world, the podcast world.
I know.
We're
busy men.
We are men. I'm not gonna start saying it again. It's not gonna be
this isn't gonna be the musical version.
Yeah, no.
We shit with the door open.
See, you told me this story right before we started.
Yeah.
That you went to visit your buddy.
Yeah.
Knocked on the door. No one answered. Opened the door.
No, he was like, "Yeah, come in."
Come in.
And yeah, he was taking a shit with it. He was like, "I'm taking a shit," and the door was open, and I hear him like scurry, like across the door and close the door. So I'm not alone. Like I'm not the only person who shits with the door open.
Yeah, my girlfriend has definitely walked in on you taking a shit with the door open.
It's okay. Hey, it was like 1:00, and I wasn't working, and who was with all due respect,
what's that bitch coming in my house?
Well,
no, she was leaving my room at like 11:30, I think
right.
10 o'clock or whatever, and you're just sitting there with the door open, eating a bowl of cereal, smoking a cigarette, taking a shit with the door open.
Yeah, class act.
You are a shanty Irish man.
Yeah, I'm once again. I am, because I'm done with work for a little bit.
Done with work, on vacation, as they say.
I am on vacation.
Are you going back to this job that you were on, or is it done?
I think so. So, like, I'm going like the last week of August, and I'll be back like the 8th of September. So, I left it with the job I'm working with that, if they'd have me back, I'd be more than happy to finish the last 2 weeks. And it was almost a certain lock, but there was a little incident.
What do you mean?
On Friday.
Oh, you mean you almost got through the whole thing without any
5
problems?
weeks, 5
you
weeks.
told us the one story.
I was walking on water,
You
Jeremy.
met a couple people that were like whatever, but most of the time they loved you, right?
Yeah, no, like a fucking hug, like a love fest. With
I
me.
did see the one picture you posted of you sitting in a trailer with your feet up in a director's chair, smoking a butt, and you posted that on Facebook. And you never post on Facebook, so clearly you were
gangster.
like, "This is what I want people to see."
Yeah, but it was everything was going really well, and the show is dark this week, and
Right.
then I leave out of country next Wednesday, so it's like, okay,
You're not going out of country. Hawaii is a fucking state.
Hawaii is 5.5 hours away.
Hawaii is still part of these United States.
I'm aware that, and
We are not
Alaska.
red states and blue states. We are the United States, and Hawaii is a part of that heritage. Our president is from that state.
We should celebrate Hawaii. I'm going to.
You're so lucky.
I know.
I'm so fucking jealous.
I'm looking forward to it.
I told you when we were eating dinner, if you were a good friend, you would have asked your mom to take me with you guys.
It's a family vacation, man. We
Okay,
planned it.
I'm not family.
You're not.
Fuck you.
It's okay. We're pals. I'll pick you up if you need a ride.
but you're not going on family vacations.
We really want to spend Thanksgiving with the Crowleys?
It's it's August.
It's the next one.
No, I don't want to go Thanksgiving. I want to go to Hawaii.
Okay, well,
Let's start with Thanksgiving and then we'll move on to Hawaii.
maybe next time.
All right, thanks. So what happened at work before?
There was a little incident.
Wait, before we start,
Yeah.
do I need a drink?
Maybe. Would you like? I have a diet caffeine free Pepsi or a Stella Artois.
Stella, is that how you pronounce it? A Stella Artois?
I think so. I think the R is silent.
It's not a Tois?
No.
It's Artois. All right, go ahead. Tell,
Okay.
what the fuck happened?
So.
What's funny about this story, before you start, I'll interrupt for the last time.
Okay.
Is that we were hanging out the last 2-3 days in a row, and you refused to tell me.
I think this story is good enough that.
Don't say that. Don't say it's good
you're
enough.
Right. I find the hilarity in this story.
You just got. All I want to be is that you refused to tell me the story. We've been hanging out for days, and I still haven't heard this. So.
I was like, I'm saving it.
All right, you're saving it for the fans, man.
Well, look, if this story could reach the masses, maybe we could figure everything out as a whole.
Well, if John Rosenberg, J.D. Carter, Jeff Eater, Noah Peters, and Ray Till all fucking told their friends,
You're right.
and their friends told their friends, and Max Fleischman told his little friends, because we have a young fan.
We do.
We have a young fan.
We gotta like zero in on that Bieber
The young
crowd.
audience. He's like 13. You got to get in that young audience. He's got to tell his junior high friends, and then they tell their junior high friends, and they tell their junior high friends, and they tweet and twat and whatever the kids are doing these days. Vines,
We will explode.
Instagrams.
Explode.
Tell your story.
Okay. So, Friday of last week was like my last day. It was like on my calendar. I'm like, okay, we'll wrap this bitch out. It'll be done. And we're shooting this show in these people's houses. And the guy who's replacing me while I take my little vacation, like he stops by, so I'm like showing him the ropes.
You piece of shit. You're telling him what's
I'm like,
what.
dude, this is the easiest job in the world. Like honestly.
Yeah, that's really smart to tell the guy that's taking your job, because he'll tell other people, then you won't have a job.
Dude, trust me. Like I am not worried at all. I left a brand on these people. I left the Crowleys.
You
brand
left a shit on these people, and
did.
they will remember the stench forever.
You will. They will. So he's in, and I'm like, dude, like we don't have to worry about craft service. There's a craft service girl. Catering is already provided by a catering company. They drop it off. It's delicious. No one bothers. So I'm doing all this thing. We're actually ahead of schedule, which is like never happens. So the whole day's going, and we're scheduled to eat lunch at 1:00 in the afternoon. And so around like 12:15 or so, I'm like, hey, like, I text the office. We haven't gotten lunch yet. So, what's the story? And they text me back.
So someone else supplies lunch. You don't ever have to think about
The office
lunch.
carries everything. It takes
Like, you
care
don't have to
of
order
everything.
lunch?
Nothing.
What the fuck do you do?
I make sure the cameras and the audio and producers and everything gets where it has to get on
You
a shot.
field this.
I'm
You field this bitch.
coordinating.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I'm showing this guy, but I'm not worried about this guy, because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. He's going to come in, but he's got a really weird, like, hairline, goes down to his eyebrows, and it was very distracting.
Like a Beatles?
Like, no, it, like, went down, like Klingon-ish.
Oh, you mean like what's his face from
had a
the
really low-
from the Munsters? What's the little boy's name?
Yeah. Eddie Munster.
Eddie Munster.
He had that
Oh,
haircut.
my God.
So, and it was distracting for me, So I'm not worried about him taking over, winning the hearts of the many, and then I have to come back and fight him out.
So on sheer looks, this guy's not gonna be able to keep this job.
Look at this hair. Like, you will
That's
vote.
a Kennedy's hair.
You will vote this hair into.
If
an
our
office of
audience
the
could see
government.
your hair, they'd be like, "This guy belongs like in the Senate."
Right. So, catering, they provide it for us every day. It's already taken care of.
Done.
Like, no complaints. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's okay. It's good enough." Like, if everybody farts after they eat it, so
they must love it.
yeah, they're just getting crop dusted from like 2:00 until we wrap cameras. So, like 12:15, I text, "Hey, like, what's the story with lunch?" And they're like, "Oh, we just sent the craft service girl to go get it." And we're shooting in West Adams in Los Angeles, and like, which is a black neighborhood. And I didn't really know it was a black neighborhood until I went there the first day. I'm like, oh, this is like, kind of close to like downtown and all that stuff.
Basically, you're saying it's near like Inglewood.
It's Western and 27th. Let's put it there.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like it's there. It's kind of
You're not in the jungle, but
right.
right.
So the craft service girl went to a soul food restaurant. They ordered soul food for the because we're in a black neighborhood.
Who thought that was a good idea?
That's what I'm saying. Like we're like, oh, let's
a bunch of white people. Let's all feel good about ourselves and let's order soul food while we're in the black neighborhood.
Right. So I didn't know about this. Like no one filled me in, but apparently the other crew ordered it on Monday and it was a hit. Everyone loved it. Fucking fried chicken and all that shit. Great day.
What are you saying? Fried chicken? Black people only black? You're saying black people only eat fried chicken?
Soul food, Jeremy. Collard greens, chitlins.
I got it. I'm joking. Go ahead.
So
tell your tale.
Our craft service girl, who's like the whitest girl you'll ever see in your life. Okay. Like she's like, let's call her Taylor Swift. Like
because she's that white.
Yes. So she takes her cargo van, her white Enterprise cargo van, wearing her white booty shorts and her white Converse sneakers to a soul food restaurant. She parks on the corner and she starts walking to the restaurant. Everything's already paid for. She starts loading it. And all of a sudden, this like crazy crackhead precious bitch just starts like trying to fight her. She's like,
no.
Yeah. It's like, she's like, what are you doing here, snowflake? Like, you don't belong here. Like, this ain't for you.
She told you, you heard this story through her.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever happened at this soul food restaurant, I was not privy to.
But the girl, who did you hear from? Direct from the source?
I heard directly from the crafty girl who was picking up lunch.
Okay.
So this crazy black bitch like runs up on her. The crafty girl screams, runs into the restaurant behind the counter. Like the patron or like the employees are fighting this woman off with spoons. They give Taylor Swift a fucking aluminum pan to like guard herself.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God. Dude, I promise you. Like, I would not make this up. So, all this is going on.
It's got medieval. They got shields and shit.
Yeah, and they kind of like chase her off.
The crazy black bitch.
Yeah. So so this happens at like 12:15 while I text the office, say, "Hey, what's up with lunch?" ? Smiley face ROFL. Because they love me. Like it's a fucking love fest. So I get a frantic call from the office PA, and she's like,
Taylor Swift is.
Yeah, she's like, Taylor Swift. We just got a really frantic call from her, and apparently she's getting beat up, and they stole her car keys. And she's stuck in the restaurant and she doesn't know what to do. Here's the address of the restaurant. So, and I'm like, wait, what? And the fucking coordinator who I'm training, I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, dude, this is the easiest fucking gig in the world. So I try to keep it on the DL. I'm like, okay, let me try to go and handle this. And you know me, like, I'm not tough. I'm not big.
No.
But
you're neither.
There was a damsel in distress.
And you get Brody.
I got fucking Brody. I threw my fucking walkie-talkie, like, the earpiece, I threw it in. And I get in my car and I tear ass. Like, they text me the address. I make a wrong turn.
Oh, no, Kevin.
I get on the freeway.
Oh, you're such a dildo.
This girl, like, I'm envisioning, like, Oz fucking, shower scene stabbing.
And you're going to come in there.
And this isn't even our crafty girl. This is a girl who filled in for one day.
And you're going to go in there like Schillinger and you're going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah. So, but I have to get off of freeway traffic first because I took a wrong turn.
She could be dead by now.
I know. Okay, so.
Oh my God.
I finally get off the freeway, I make my detour, and it's literally like 0.3 miles from our set. So I could have gotten there in 30 seconds, but instead it took like 7 minutes.
You're so stupid. How many cigarettes did you smoke?
Probably one.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, ripped it though. And I was just like, yeah, like, fuck this shit.
You're getting yourself like...
Like, I'm gonna marry this girl. Like, she's gonna fall in love with me. I'm gonna rescue this bitch. And so I pull up and I see it. And I see our van, our craft service van. And there's this black dude, like, leaning on top of the front hood. And I'm like, okay, like, I guess this is the guy who beat her up. And, I have to figure out what's going on. So I park, walk directly to the van, and I meet Anthony. And Anthony is like a prep cook for like Aunt Sunshine's Soul
He's
Food
sitting on the
Kitchen.
van?
He's protecting the van from this. Okay,
Holy shit.
I know.
This is like an episode of Cops.
I know. Dude, it only gets crazier. This is why I'm holding this from you. So I'm like, all right, Anthony, what's up? I'm Kevin. Like, I still have like my walkie on, and I'm wearing.
He's the guy sitting at the van.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, just go ahead.
So Snowflake, Taylor Swift, she had gotten.
Snowflake.
She got like a thing of like baked beans and started walking to the van with it. This is
So
like
now it's calmed down.
no. This was on my way there. She had gotten a thing of baked beans and was walking, and Anthony. She didn't know who Anthony was. She was just like, "Oh my god, this black guy is taking my food and walking away with it." Like, dude, this is like the whitest girl from Cape Cod. Like, I don't think she's ever like seen a black person before.
This is straight up Snowflake.
Yes, and this crazy bitch, Precious, is like, "You don't belong here." So she walks out with the baked beans. And
This is why you're en route with the baked beans.
I'm
Got-
en route from set. I'm on the freeway at this
I
point.
got you.
Probably.
And she's rocking with the baked beans.
And Precious comes back out.
Oh my
and
god.
she's
Where
like-
was Precious hiding?
She was fucking trolling, man. She was waiting.
Oh my God.
She was waiting for her. And she parked like 100 feet away from the
Why?
restaurant too.
Why?
Because she's greener than grass. She's like a 22-year-old fucking, like, you know, all she does is supposed to like
go ahead.
put the Cliff Bars in like a nice order, and bananas are fresh. So she's now So she's walking with the baked beans back to the van. Precious comes up, gets all up on her, and takes a Sharpie or like a black piece of chalk and marks the back of her shorts.
Because they're white.
Yeah. So now, so she got a big black mark on it. So I guess Snowflake.
Have you seen this big black mark?
Yes. When
Wow.
I got there, it was a big ass black mark.
Wow, go ahead.
So Snowflake puts the shit in the van, closes it up, locks it, and then she starts walking back to get the rest of the food. Now, I don't know if she knew then or if it took a couple minutes, but she didn't have the keys on her anymore. Somewhere between getting marked with the black paint, she lost the keys.
She marked her, but there's only a white girl in the neighborhood. What do you need? You wouldn't need a marker.
Taylor Swift. Like, I'm sure when she's walking, she's like,
So nervous.
she's like, why you gotta be so mean?
So she lost the keys.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Goes back
fucking
in.
God.
At that point, I'm pulling up to the restaurant. I pull in like fucking Brody, man. Like, I meet Anthony. He's guarding the van. I'm like, all right,
With all the guns in the Navarone, you're fucking Wyatt Earp.
let me figure this shit out. So I walk in. I see her. She's all like shook. She's not hurt, but she's like shook. And I'm like, here, like, walk with me to my car. I turn my car on, turn the AC on. I'm like, sit here. I'll figure out what the fuck is going on. I go in and I start dealing with like Aunt Jemima. Like, you know, and she's sweet as shit, but she's like, you know, I don't know what happened. Like, you know, I used to do some acting. What kind of show you guys
Right,
doing?
all they do is see your walkie. That's
Yeah.
all they know.
So I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck happened? Like, what do we have? And she's like, well, there's some beans, but they're locked in the car. So all you got now is this chicken and some green beans. And I'm like, all right, fine. Give me the fucking chicken and the green beans. I put it in my car. It spills all over me as I'm putting it in my car. It's like fucking
The beans?
barbecue chicken and beans. I put it in my car. It spills.
Green beans. Oh my god.
spills all over the back of my car. So now,
Your
like,
poor car. The sand from.
and I was going from the easiest fucking day of training this.
It's the last
four-headed
day.
hair. Yes, my last day until vacation. So I'm like, okay, let me take Snowflake back. Like, let her get settled, and then at this point, by the time I get back to set, like, already there's like rumors of what's happened. Like, someone thinks like me coming back, like with a dead body or with like. Who knows?
all they've heard is like Kevin went to rescue.
But yes, well, no, not even that. They're like, we got soul food coming tonight. Like, that's what everybody's like. Oh, I want some fucking barbecue chicken, some collard greens. So I pull back with the crafty girl, and we pull out the saddest two fucking trays of soul
Oh,
food.
no.
And I'm like, I gotta go back. All right, so there's this old dude on set, and he's like a veteran of this shit. Like, greatest guy. He looks like Jack Nicholson, wears fucking the shades, smokes butts, cooler than the side of the pillow. And he's like, yo, man, what are you doing sending a white girl to this neighborhood to get some soul food? $300 with the soul food. And I'm like, I know, like, I didn't even know what was happening. Like, you know, I should have known. He's like, come on, man, you gotta be on your game.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right, Sean, like, and he's like,
What does Sean do for the show?
he works in transpo. That's it.
Got it.
but he's the fucking man.
Got it.
And we always bullshit, smoke butts.
Got it.
Fucking talk guitars, golf, all that stuff. So he's like, bring me back there. I'll guard the van. So Anthony now, the prep cook from the kitchen, won't be guarding the van. Who knows what's going on?
Right.
You know, it's for all I know,
the van's gone.
it's a conspiracy. Exactly.
The
I
van's
drove
gone.
back with fucking a tray of some sad ass shit. And I'm like, all right, I gotta go back and get the rest of it. And get the van and figure out where the keys are.
And clean up your car?
Yes. Well, no. That's like the last thing I got to do. So I call the office. I'm like, look, we don't know where the keys are. Is there another set of keys? Yes, there is. All right. We're sending the office PA down to drop off those keys. I'm like, cool. So I go back with Sean. The dude who's looking after the van is like, there she is. There's Precious up there. She's got a green sweatshirt. So Sean's like, drive up on that bitch. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And we're in the ghetto. We're on Western and 27th. It's not the ghetto, but it may as well be for what's going on.
For you, it's the
Holy shit, dude! I went from the easiest day. Anyway,
this is like fucking Boys in the Hood for you.
yeah. So I'm pulling up all quiet. She sees us. He's trying to take a picture of her, you know, and she hides behind a van and disappears. You know, like it's like ghetto voodoo logic that happens up in there. So
Could have been a crackhead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. So we pull back. I drop Sean off. He sits by the van. He's like, I got this shit. He's already warming up the crowd. He's like, he's there. He's giving people cigarettes. He's bullshitting with them. So I go in and I close out the rest of the food. I get the rest of the food that's paid for. She's like, so I go in at the counter. I'm like, all right, this is the last of it, right? Well, you owe us $80.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, you know, like we made all these green beans because the girl told us to make some beans because they were locked in the van. And we can't sell all these green beans. And I'm like, all right, how much is it? $80. I pull my credit card
You're
out.
such an asshole.
I know. But I have...
You have no petty cash?
I do have petty cash.
So what's wrong with
It's
you?
back on set.
Motherfucker.
I had to hit...
Right.
I had to hit the phone booth and run out and fly to rescue this bitch.
Right.
My bottom bitch. My crafty bitch.
Right. So you gave her the credit card.
Gave her the credit card, gets charged the $80. I drive back. Sean's like, all right, I got this shit handled. I drop off the rest of the food.
How far is the place from the...
Half a mile. From where we're shooting to the restaurant's half a mile.
Got it.
So I get back there, drop off the last of the food. I'm like, hey, my production manager is there who handles all my money. I'm like, hey, so I had to put $80 on it. They're like, no, we already prepaid for everything. Like, we paid a flat rate, like, and they shouldn't have to charge us. So at this point, everyone knows what's going on. I get handed like some like painting blocks, like shit that, you know, that you chisel off like the end of paint with. And they're like, you put those, and like my audio guy is saying like, you put those in the door and you take a clothes hanger and pop the lock. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So
you don't need keys, they're coming.
Exactly, but I'm just like, I've had it. Like 40 minutes of just like complete chaos.
Right.
Going to the rescue.
Got it.
So I go back, I'm handed like 4 blocks and a clothes hanger, and they're like, they already paid us. And my switch flips the fuck off. I think I may have said sister's cunt. And I take...
You start screaming Polly Walnuts.
I think I quoted Polly Walnuts. And I take the clothes hanger and I ring it around this pole that's right outside. And there's like network executives, every fucking buddy.
Oh my
Because we got
God.
soul food today. So all the executive producers come out of the woodwork to eat the soul food.
Oh
So
my
there's
God.
like 40
but
people on-
where's the $80?
It's on my credit card. It's
But they won't
charged.
give you $80.
I'm like, no, they didn't even get that far. I just said like, motherfucking sister's cunt, and like threw something as hard as I could.
Why?
No, because I just boiled over, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So yeah, so I finally head back.
Wait. Go back to sister's cunt. Once you broke the hanger, what did anyone do? What happened?
They were like, "Holy shit, this really nice guy who's doing such a great job who's doing such a great job for us is a fucking lunatic."
So you don't have a job.
I don't know.
You don't have a job.
I hope when I
you
come
said
back-
you led me to believe you have a job. There's no way you have a job.
But I
You
covered for
yelled
myself really nicely.
motherfucker sister's cunt in front of executives of a TV show on a certain network of a certain woman who's got a lot of power. and you think you have a job coming back.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. So, but I just made so many trips back and forth, and the week was like so long, and I didn't care anymore. And Taylor Swift was like, huddled in a corner. So I went back. I got a refund.
You got your money back?
I did.
How'd you do that?
Because we gave them back the potato salad.
Really?
I had to give them back a tray of potato salad. They're like, see, we can save this shit. Green beans, no one's going to eat for like a week. But potato salad, we could throw in the
So
refrigerator.
you probably ate shit that was like...
Dude, let me tell you. I finally got back to set after my final trip. The van is back. The baked beans.
What happened to the lost keys?
Oh, I forgot about that. So they drop off the keys. They're the wrong set of keys.
Sister's cunt.
Exactly. They drop off the wrong set of keys. Sean, transpo motherfucker, the shit is like, they're the wrong keys, bro. So he calls AAA because he's got his shit together. That's the first thing that you do instead of running back and forth.
I would have done that.
So by the time I finish, I get my refund back for all the soul food.
Was the keys inside the car?
They were. She must have frantically locked the door, thrown the keys inside, and like ran back to the restaurant. Precious following her. But yeah, so it was a crazy
That might
thing.
be the greatest 30-minute story I've ever heard.
Yeah, but it's not really over.
Oh my God.
So I finally get back. There's like 4 pieces of chicken left. It all looks disgusting. It's like the worst shit I've ever seen. It was a B restaurant.
Well, you know my feelings on that.
I know.
In LA, for those who don't listen or don't live in LA, we have a rating system. Every restaurant, if they serve food, has to basically put up a grade sign.
Rating, yeah.
A, B, C,
It's like Zagat.
D. Yeah, but it's health, not Zagat.
Health code, yeah.
It's health code. And A is obviously normal, and B, anything below A, I would never walk in. And this place was a B.
It was a B soul food kitchen with crazy crackhead bitches running away, like chasing off my crafty girls. So I finally get back to set, long story short. And I don't know what I'm coming back to. I'm a little nervous because I said like motherfucker or like maybe sister's cunt. And I swung a clothes hanger around like a signpost.
But what I don't understand, what broke you?
It was that the fact that I had got ripped off for $80 to buy green beans.
This guy's telling you he's not giving you the money, and then someone hands you a coat hanger.
Yeah. And I'm like, motherfucker! And it was one of the executives' birthdays. They had a birthday cake all ready to go.
So every executive's like, that
Yeah.
kid's not allowed back on set.
I don't know. I hope so. See,
What do you mean? What do you mean you hope so?
I don't know how many people heard. I know my line producer saw me say sister's cunt. But so I finally get back. I get my refund. The van gets back there. All the food is set. An hour. Lunch was scheduled for 1:00. We didn't eat until 2:30. After all of this.
So does everyone know?
I'm calling it the snowflake incident.
Does everyone know what happened though?
Basically. It was.
And they know that you went to rescue this girl.
Yeah. And I felt pretty good about it. But I go back and there's like 3 pieces of chicken left, and I go to get one, and I get it with the tongs, and it kind of pierces open, and it's like.
What are you about to say?
It's like almost completely raw.
You served raw chicken to all those people from a B restaurant, Kevin. You're gonna kill.
I didn't do anything.
The chicken is raw. You could fucking kill. If we were on Hell's
Dude.
Kitchen, you would have been.
My whole rescuing the damsel in distress immediately turned to, oh my god, I just like, somebody is gonna get, like, whose fault? Is it my fault? I didn't cook it. Like,
Oh my god.
So, like, it's raw. So there's like 30 people eating raw chicken. I washed it down with birthday
From a B
cake.
restaurant.
From a B soul food kitchen. And
From 35th and Western.
yeah, so thankfully I like crossed my fingers. I was like, Jesus, please God, if you exist, like let me just finish my last day before my vacation, and like let me just do it. And thankfully nobody. I was like, oh, how was lunch? They're like, oh, it was delicious. I'm like,
Oh my god.
thank God.
Yeah, but you don't get food poisoning right after you eat the meal.
No.
Like someone right now could be dead.
Well, so to finish this all up, that was how it ended. So we had our control room, like where the monitors are, all the executive producers and shit could look at it, and they have they see what the cameras are shooting. So that was set up right next to this bathroom. And it was you know what like pocket doors are? The ones that like slide in?
Yes, like an old-fashioned airplane.
Yes. So there was the control room, a 4x6 bathroom, and then the kitchen. And somebody in between soul food fucking lunch and like 4 o'clock had like a salmonella shit in these
Because of your fucking food.
because in these people's house that we're shooting in.
Oh my god.
And it was like a really funk. It smelled like a dead rat. You ever smell a dead rat and you're like, where the fuck did it come from?
I'm gonna throw up. That is so disgusting.
But everybody got away with it, and we finished our day strong.
There's no way you have a job. There's just no way.
I think I'll be okay. It was a lock before, but now I kind of have to like send a couple emails, be like, "Hey guys,
Oh my god.
here's a postcard from Maui." So yeah.
I feel like I got to get shit after that. That was tough to hear.
So, but Snowflake, she was all good.
Was she grateful?
Not really. She kind of had an attitude the rest of
What
the day.
a bitch.
I risked my fucking life to save that bitch from who knows what.
Oh my god, she wasn't grateful at all?
She was kind of cunty.
Why? What'd she do?
I don't know. She didn't thank me throughout the day. Like, every time she saw me, she'd be like, "Oh, Kevin, thank you so much. Like, here's a waist hug." You know, like, You know, but she didn't. She was like, "Yeah." And I was always like, "Are you doing okay?" Like, I know I'm really sorry it happened. She's like, "Yeah."
It was all about her. She didn't even care that you came.
Snowflake.
You're so stupid.
Taylor Swift.
Why didn't you send the new coordinator?
Well, one day I'll be hiding in the soul food kitchen, and all you're ever gonna be is mean.
You're so stupid.
I like Taylor Swift.
Why didn't you send the new coordinator, the guy replacing you, to the Soul Food Kitchen?
I should have. I should have gotten that Klingon-headed cunt out of there. Like, hey, go fucking pick up my Czar. Hey, Zod. Get a Zod-like haircut. Dude, there's no way that the crew... And let me tell you, I'm like... I bullshit with everybody. I joke around. I offer waist hugs. Maybe if I wasn't offering waist hugs to, like, my AC... And and checking in on my crafty girl, I would have known that she was going to the hood by herself to pick up fucking soul food.
Unbelievable.
I know. But I'm on vacation now.
And you don't have a job, so you're going to be on vacation for a long time.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and I think the review will be over and I'll do well.
Okay. Good luck.
But that was my Friday.
Wow. So now we can actually do the podcast.
I guess so. Oh yeah, how long? It doesn't matter how long it was.
Wow.
Sorry, Jeremy.
That was a long story.
It was.
It was good, though. It was really good.
Dude, I don't know how to take it. Like, because sometimes when you...
I'm taking it like you don't have a job.
It's the Lion's Den, you know? Like, when you go into that Lion's Den...
But you never... When you got to the place, did you have to get Brody with anybody?
I came in Brody. Like, I kind of was like, what the... Who's, like... I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm 142 pounds, long blonde hair... Like fucking farmer.
No one's afraid of you.
No one's afraid of me there. Like
if I would have gone in,
they shit out tougher things than me.
They see me, they maybe get a little.
Yeah, because
little bit. Because if I'm loud and I'm getting Brody, I can exude. But you're little. They're gonna think, oh, what's he gonna do? Bite our shins?
I do really well though. Like in those situations, like they were like, oh honey, like I'm so sorry this happened. I'm like, it's alright, baby girl.
Oh, you're so stupid. Start talking like them, you stupid white man.
I know. So, but how have you been?
I don't have any stories like that.
Was it that epic?
No, but I just don't have any stories that can. I don't have a 30-minute story to tell.
I finally have a story to tell, Jeremy.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
So, bring us to what's next, Kevin. What do you have next on the list of things you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know, Jeremy.
Was that it? You only planned.
I brought, dude.
You brought the story.
I did.
All right, let's talk about some news with what we got.
What's happening?
With the time we got. Did you hear that they fucking capped that dude that, remember on our fish we were talking about the fish, we had the Amber Alerts?
Yeah.
They caught that dude.
What'd he do?
He fucking axed.
Kidnapped a girl?
He axed the parents.
Killed them.
They were family friends. He burned them in his house. Burned them alive. Or some shit. Took the 16-year-old, 17-year-old daughter that she was infatuated with on like a road trip across the country. They found him in like Iowa, Idaho, something with an I, some state with an I.
Indiana.
No, not that far.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure where they are actually.
yeah, and they found him, they killed him, and they got her.
Pop, 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 pop,
Pop,
pop.
pop, 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 and they got her, and that's crazy.
That's how they
And
should do,
But
man.
that Amber Alert was 1 week basically from now.
Oh,
like, remember? It was
so
like,
this time last week we were like dancing at Fish.
No, it was the day before this. No, it was this night. Yes, yes, it was right now. This time, right now, we were dancing at Fish.
You were dancing. I was kind of bobbing back and forth.
I was dancing at Fish.
uncomfortably.
I was doing like hippie dances, man. Yeah.
I met a hippie chick.
What do you mean you met a hippie chick?
I met a hippie chick at the Fish concert, and I bummed her a cigarette, and I charmed her, and I got her number, and I've been sexting with her.
You've been sexting with her, so now when you tell her about the podcast and she listens to it,
Yeah.
you'll hear her. She'll hear you talking about sexting her.
Well,
Has there been sex?
no.
Okay.
I call all texting sexting,
Okay.
just because I think it's funny. Like Anthony Weiner, right? Have you heard about this dude?
Yeah, he shows his wiener to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's running for governor.
I don't think anymore. I think it's mayor.
Mayor. I'm sorry. Yeah, mayor of New York City, and he got busted in like 2011.
Yeah.
With having like a real sending his dick out to all.
Right.
Putting on. I think he put it on Twitter.
He accidentally put it on Twitter to like everybody.
He's like, hey, here's my cock.
Yeah, but then now it's been over for like a couple years.
Yeah.
A year and a half or so. He's running for mayor, and then again he gets caught
Yeah, again.
doing the same stuff.
And do you know what his screen name was?
Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger. That's like the worst shit in the world.
Oh my god. All I could think about is Carlos Spicy Wiener from Family Guy. I don't know why he didn't call himself Carlos Spicy Wiener. Because he couldn't, because his real name's Wiener. So he couldn't refer to his wiener.
I guess
Carlos Danger.
Maybe that is like an addiction. I don't know, like, because what guy in their right mind who got like a second chance? Because this country's all about second chances, not third chances.
He was up in the polls too.
He was gonna win the fucking the mayor. You know, he's gonna win the seat.
Because people love it.
And
But
then
yet,
all of a sudden,
this girl comes
Did you see
out.
the girl who came out?
she's not very good looking.
No, she's like a 5, maybe.
She's not very good looking.
No, and she's already like cashing in.
Oh, she's got an agent, I hear.
Yeah, no, she chimed in for some shitty website for $100,000.
And I think she's gonna be in porn. She's gonna be in a wiener porn.
Yeah. She's gonna destroy this, but he's an asshole. He should have known the first time.
Oh yeah, I don't know. He doesn't get any fucking sympathy from
fool
me.
me once, shame on you. Like fool me twice, shame on me. You know.
He gets no sympathy from me. Fuck him.
Was that right? That's like
I don't
apples
know.
to apples.
I don't listen to your logic sometimes, like
That's
because
why.
you don't ever say things that make sense when it comes to like those kind of things.
My euphemisms.
Your euphemism. Is
You
that
don't
what it
like
is?
my euphemisms?
Euphemisms.
I tend to fuck up my euphemisms.
Split the difference.
I'm
Shame on me. Shame on
gonna fight you on
twice.
split the difference of the race.
No. I'm not saying split the difference isn't a real thing. I'm saying you don't know how to use it.
But
Just put your drink down. You don't have to worry about making a noise.
But this coaster is very sticky. It sticks to my glass.
You don't have to use the coaster.
Breaking down the fourth wall. I know that you keep saying that.
Don't make it louder. You don't have to make it a thing.
I know. But this should be like Little Orphan Annie.
How do you feel about your A-Rod situation?
I don't know. Let me get off
What
my
is that?
horse. Hold on.
What was that? A horse doesn't sound like that. That was your horse?
A-Rod's a scumbag.
Wait a minute. Go back to your horse. Do your
I'm
horse
doing
again.
a little Dolly shit.
Do your horse again. That's what you think a horse sounds like?
Galloping, yeah.
That is the worst horse noise I've ever heard.
He's tired.
He's tired.
It's late.
Your boy A-Rod sucks.
Yeah, he hit a home run the other day, though.
So when does his ban start?
I guess he's appealing it. So he's been banned for 211 games, which is the rest of this season and all of next season.
But
and
he's playing.
And he's 38. So, yeah, so he's appealing it.
So while he's appealing, he can play?
I guess so, yeah.
So he could be playing next year
I
too.
don't know. There's 7 games out of the wild card, you know?
So you need him?
Maybe. He's already got more home runs than any other third baseman we've had all
That's because
season.
he's juicing right now, probably. He's like, I'm out anyways. I might as well just do it while I'm here.
No, he was good, man. He could have been the next big thing, but he started juicing like probably 10 years already by now. I have no details. Not that this is like
You should maybe juice. Maybe you wouldn't be so small.
I'm getting there, Jeremy.
You're juicing.
Well, yeah, a little kale, cucumbers,
No, I mean like you should take like performance enhancement drugs.
Peds.
Peds?
I like to wear Peds in my Converse because I have flat feet.
You should wear Peds in your Keds.
I don't wear Keds. It's a little too ironic.
Do they still make Keds? Is Keds still a shoe that gets made? I mean, you don't know? I mean,
Apparently not. I don't know.
you don't know?
Keds?
Remember Keds?
Yeah, like
little
Kevin
blue-
Arnold.
Kevin Arnold?
Yeah, like Kevin Arnold.
Why do you say things that make no fucking sense? I say Keds, you say Kevin Arnold. What does Keds have to do with Kevin
Kevin
Arnold?
Arnold absolutely wore Keds.
He absolutely did not wear Keds.
Why not?
Why would you say that? What?
It's a reference.
You don't know.
Kevin Arnold wore Keds.
How do you know that?
Kevin Arnold wore Keds.
You're so stupid, Kevin.
Kevin Arnold wore Keds.
You're a dumb.
Kevin Arnold wore Keds.
You're such an idiot.
All right.
His name was Robert Paulson.
But what about Keds?
I don't, you brought it up. No, I brought it up.
Yeah, you
I brought up
did.
Keds. I'm just fucking with you. What else you got for me this evening before we wrap this up?
Let's see. I don't know. We got a couple episodes left.
Of what?
Before our summer vacation.
Oh, because we're gonna take a break.
I think so. You know, I mean, maybe,
I'm not gonna take a break.
I think you should record by yourself, and just have that clammy fucking pistol grip, and just record solo.
We're gonna record. We're gonna have shows.
Yeah. No. We'll have at least one more episode, and maybe we could tuck one in before I leave.
No. We'll save that one and we'll air it. You know, the week that you're.
Why you
gone.
gotta break down the fourth wall every time?
Because I'm bringing realism to our audience.
I like it. We should. They deserve realism.
They deserve the real us.
They deserve the fucking streets. They deserve Snowflake.
What'd you think? That I wonder what the people think about that. They probably just think we're a bunch of stupid white people.
Well, you know, like there was one point where I got out of the car and like my privileged white fucking life flashed before my eyes. Like, baseball camp, my aunt's house in Southampton, fucking G.I. Joe forts under the Christmas tree, 2-parent household. Like it just all disappeared. I'm like, this could be really quick. Like you won't even hear it. The Tony
Yeah, you
Soprano.
piss off the wrong person, it's over.
I'm cool, dude. Anthony was cool. He saw me. I'm like, one love, brother. Like, I got you.
Did you say one love to anybody?
I did.
You're
Everybody.
a fucking
everybody.
asshole.
Every black person, I'm like, I feel the struggle, yo.
Oh my god, I hate you. You're so stupid.
You and me together.
All right, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you more tonight. I'm leaving with this. Thanks for listening to Bad Takeout. I am Jeremy Tomenberg.
And I'm Kevin Crowley.
Straight up from the hood, boys in the hood style.
Straight out of Compton. Crazy motherfucker named Kevin.
Meow, meow. Whatever. Good night. Go to www.badtakeout. We'll see you next week.